So if I had even thought, even a handful of hours ago, that I was going to make a video like this or a recording, I never would have thought so. But honestly, I don't know what this video is meant to be or do per se, ultimately, but I want to cover a couple of things here because since my personal breakdown last week, so many of you have reached out to support, and I cannot thank you enough, whether you're from the Patreon community, just from the YouTube community, or otherwise, truly. But I noticed something interesting. Aside from people messaging me saying, Dave, I've had the same instance, the same type of occurrence happen to me, a lot of people in the last handful of hours, not even belonging to the Gen Z YouTube community, let alone the Patreon community, have said to me, Dave, what you went through last week, I'm feeling it too. And these are not spiritual people, by the way, folks. These are more, nuts and bolts people and all that. So look, whatever is happening to all of us, okay, whether it's esoteric, whether it's financial, whether it's economic, we can say, listen, yes, we can blame the politicians because ultimately that's what's driving everyone to become more, I guess, saddened because, you go grocery shopping and things are more expensive. You don't have as much money in your pocket. People aren't happy and all that. That's the whole point of this depravity of associating monetary gain with our, I guess you could say, our mental wellness. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video was because I'm not saying I have the answers, folks, or anything like that, but this is what's worked for me. And this also applies to people that are not spiritually oriented at all. This is even, lots of people, I know we got a lot of, veterans, more nuts and bolts guys that have opened themselves up to the spiritual side thanks to the community and all that, which I'm super happy about. But I very kindly encourage even those of you that have been feeling down but are not spiritual whatsoever to give this a shot. And I'll show you right here. It's just a very quick video covering a few different things. This will be the first one. And for those on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, or Spotify, please forgive me. I'll explain visually what we're looking at here. Let me just make sure you can all see. There we go. So what I do when I'm feeling dizzy, for example, I woke up this morning and I don't know what it was. I don't know if I had vertigo. I'm not sure. But when I looked straight, I was okay. But whenever I looked to the left or the right of me, there was like this sense of like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm sure you folks know what I'm talking about. This is not just for that. This is for those that are at work. Maybe you're watching or listening to this at work right now. You're feeling very down or something like this. And you feel like the energies of the environment, whether you're spiritual or not, are just bringing you down. I encourage you folks to give this a shot. Again, it might not work for you, but I hope it does because this is what works for me. I'm not saying this is the only way, but personally for me, what I do is whether I'm standing up, whether I'm in a place of extreme movement in an environment, or whether I'm in a very peaceful setting, I envision the chakras, okay? And I'm honestly, like, this is just for anyone and everyone. I'm not an expert. Let me just make a quick disclaimer. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a doctor. This is just simply what I do to sort of help me realign myself and stay, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term, grounded. So I think of the chakras, okay? I think of here the red, the orange, the yellow, green, purple, blue, all of that. The colors don't necessarily matter, at least to me they don't. I think of the chakras, and then the next thing I do is I think of the chakras in a perfect line going down the center of my body. And then I think of this right here, the toroid field, but I visualize it in more of a bright light kind of way, and I visualize myself pushing the field out. Now, this is also for the nuts and bolts individuals who are not spiritual whatsoever. I honestly, guys and girls, give it a shot. I mean, what is it? If you're feeling down or anything like that, what does it hurt to just, take 5-10 minutes out of your day to try this? And then I think of, for example, the light field coming out, being projected from me. And then I don't know if this is mental, if it's energetic, a little bit of both, if that's that synergy there, I'm not sure. But all of a sudden, you feel more in control. You understand that your sovereignty is all you can control, but that's all you need to control. And I'm saying this, again, not a therapist, I'm just saying this for those that have been feeling really down. And not only have I decided to do this video because so many of you reached out to me, but I don't know how to explain it, folks. It just feels like everyone globally is going through some crap. And I know that's a vague statement. You could say, yeah, no shit, Dave, like we all are, we always have been. But something is really attempting to divide us, and this technique at least has helped me sort of stay grounded. It's helped me sort of this in addition to going for walks and diet and things like that, but it's really helped me as a coping mechanism when I have instances like today where I woke up in great spirits, good energy, all of a sudden some type of dizziness hit me. And then after thinking of this, again, it could be mental, may not be esoteric, I could be very wrong here, but after thinking of this and these two visualization steps, first the chakras and then the field, somehow it went away. I mean, it took about an hour of me visualizing this for about an hour, but then it went away. I mean, I'll be honest with you folks, I'm not up to 100% energy today, but I am substantially better than I was a couple hours ago. So again, I'm just doing this because I'm trying to document and self-diagnose myself and really just try and, I guess, help you folks without, you know, making it seem like I'm trying to tell you this is the only way. This may not work for you folks, and I apologize if it doesn't. But with that being said, that's the first thing I wanted to cover. The second thing I wanted to cover was that, I mean, again, we have all these things happening all around, you know, particularly North America. I don't know about Europe with respects to these blue, purple LED lights going up around different towns and regions. I have to be careful so YouTube doesn't nick me. So we'll be covering that on the Patreon. This is not an attempt at a sales pitch or anything like that. But unfortunately, that's the only thing I can really do. Now, the final thing. With that being said, I do have, I don't know how to put this in a way that doesn't seem like it's a form of entertainment, but I'm just going to say it because it really isn't. Someone's really been trying to mess with me with the show, whether it's on the digital side of things, attempting to hack and all that stuff. Look, I have a feeling I know who it is. And all due respect, I know you're watching this. Don't play this game. Don't play that. You don't want to play this game. And that's not a threat. It's just you don't want to play this. Just let me make my content. That's all. So, again, and that you know who you are. With that being said, thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate that. Please ignore to those the very final little message there at the end, but I had to say it to get the message across. So, anyways, folks, we got a lot of stuff coming for the public. We got a lot of stuff coming for the members especially, and we'll catch you all very soon. Thank you, everybody.